and grow their businesses. A total of 1,850,000,000 naira will be disbursed to 37,000 women petty traders across the nation. The grant provided today is to assist our women petty traders in overcoming some of their business challenges, expand their businesses, create more jobs, and contribute more robustly to our economy. Economic empowerment remains a core objective of the Renewed Hope initiative, and we have consistently delivered on this promise for both women and youth across the 6 geopolitical zones to support the economic reforms of the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We recognize that the empowering women economically is not just a moral imperative, but a strategic one. When women thrive, their families thrive, and by extension, our communities and nation prosper.
The event featured lectures on the need for women to take care of their health and adopt proper hygiene. They were also advised to desist from open defecation in their surroundings and marketplaces to avoid cholera and other health-related diseases.
How do you treat your customers? How do you treat your fellow traders? We understand that the way people are, sometimes they come with their different orientation and mindset. So if someone comes to you and they are pricing a goods, you're angry, you're speaking ill. You're speaking it to them in a way that you shouldn't. So are you an apostle in the marketplace? Most of us pray, we go to church, but the words we speak, they are not a blessing. Do you collaborate with your fellow women? Do they come to the market, and when they want to talk about people who are doing well in the market, do they talk about you? How do you treat people? When there are highs and lows, how are you able to maintain a positive energy? Business is not going to be blossom each of the day. There are days when you go, business might not go as planned. So when you go to the market, how do you handle people on days where your business is not going well as planned? The way you celebrate your success, are you able to celebrate or thank God for the days you didn't sell? Is that what you are known for? So like I said, it's more of a question than a speaking engagement. Are you an apostle in the marketplace? Do you, can you be described as someone who expresses love and kindness to other people? Are you using your podium, the podium that God has blessed you with, to be a blessing to others? Have you set your clear financial goals? Are you open to asking questions and learning from people regardless of the age? The world is evolving. Or are you the kind of person that people would not speak to? If they want to speak to you, you are angry. So are you an apostle in the marketplace? We should all try as much as possible. Like I mentioned, we are all pastors in our own different ways, but our podium is different. So as much as possible, when people come in contact with you in the marketplace, have positive energy, especially with your customers. Relate with them in a way that they would want to come back tomorrow.
The special advisor to the governor on health, Yomi Jaye, took time to demonstrate and train the women on necessary tips during emergency. The empowerment program was conducted simultaneously in the 36 states of the Federation, with a total amount of 1,850,000,000 naira disbursed to 37,000 petty traders.
Digital economy. Agricultural revolution,
The book distribution initiative is one of the programs under the Renewed Hope agenda by President Bola Tinubu's administration. aimed at empowering and improving the living standard of citizens. Making the presentation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the wife of the state governor, admonished students to take their studies seriously so as to be prepared for the task ahead and contribute to nation building. She identified hard work and dedication as the bedrock of academic excellence.
This generous gesture is a part of the Renewed Hope Initiative, a laudable foundation established by our dear First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON. The impact of this initiative goes beyond just providing educational materials. It is about empowering our children, the leaders of tomorrow, with the tools they need to succeed in their academic pursuits. It is a testimony to the unwavering commitment of Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu to ensuring that no child is left behind. We are deeply grateful to the wife of the President for this stupendous effort to put smiles on the faces of Omo Ndi Enugu. Her dedication to improving the lives of the young ones across the nation is truly inspiring and serves as a ray of hope for all. Dear children, I admonish you to take your education very seriously, okay? For it is the key to success. Make the most of this opportunity by studying very hard, and I mean extremely hard, listening to your teachers, and always striving to do your best.
Lectures on ways the students can achieve academic success, realize their dreams, as well as health tips climaxed the event.
One of the three things I shared with them is one of the things that His Excellency Barrister Peter Mbah stands on. You can't do anything without having a goal. And then even if you have a goal, you must have a strategy of immersing yourself in it and having thinking about it all the time. Because thinking begets what you think about to bring about. So when you create a system whereby you have that system of repeated thoughts, immersion into whatever you want to do, it is almost certain you are going to achieve it. And then the third thing I told them was that you may have a goal. You might have seen it, you might have had the thought about it, but if you do not work, you are joking. Every dreamer who is not a worker is a joker. So those are the things I told them, and I believe that these things will help them massively. And I also shared with them very simple tips on health, on wellness, in terms of how they can help with CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and how they can support someone who is not feeling well in their school, in their classmates. In a way, we have raised giants of first aiders in the schools across Enugu State today. We have also projected them to be able to think in a way that you don't think poverty times, think in abundance, even no matter where you are coming from.
The students also witnessed practical illustrations on health emergency measures.
Digital economy.
The Enugu state government has demolished some property used by kidnappers for detaining their victims in the outskirts of the state capital. The state government also warned property owners to properly investigate potential tenants before leasing their lands and houses to abate crime. Do take a listen.
Industrial revolution, digital economy. Yeah. Agricultural revolution, oh. Yeah. Esinchekwa paper. The rock. Oporus odima. The rock. Esia wike marama. The rock. Quality education and all-round development. Yo. The rock. Our tomorrow is here. My tomorrow is here.
Following months of this great investigation on activities of kidnappers, Security operatives stormed 2 hideouts in remote areas of the state where they made startling discoveries and rescued some victims.
The citizens of Enugu State for all their support. However, I enjoin them to continue to be law-abiding, vigilant, and support us with the credible and actionable information we need to actualize our goal of ridding Enugu out of all forms of criminal elements. I also urge leaders, particularly our community and religious leaders, parents and guardians, to continue to watch over their children and to discourage them from associating with criminal groups. Very important. And activities as we remain absolute to deal ruthlessly with criminal elements in the state.
This revelation led to the state government revoking its Section 315 of the Criminal Code by demolishing an uncompleted building with an on-the-ground tunnel at Nkwobo layout in Emene and a large farm housing a poultry, piggery, and plantain plantation at Obeke Nike. Also destroyed were shrines, charms, and Indian hemp farms, while arms and ammunitions were recovered.
Send a strong message to landlords that every landlord must be concerned about what use his property is being put into. When we give you land in Enugu, we spell out what you do with it. We give it to you either for residential, commercial, whatever, we spell it out. Once you deviate and turn it into a criminal, and turn the user clause to a criminal purpose, we treat you like a criminal. We take back our property, we demolish whatever you have there. And we go beyond that. And we not only demolish whatever property you have that has committed the crime of kidnapping, but we go after every other property you have anywhere under the jurisdiction of Enugu State, including whatever you may have in your village. We take it, we demolish it because we do not deserve to keep our land. That sends a warning to everybody. Monitor what goes on in your property or don't build.
The ECTDA chairman stated that government will take over the property and put them to good use, noting that the demolition is an ongoing process as all the structures have already been marked.
Industrial revolution, digital economy.
In line with the vision of growing the state's economy exponentially, the state government says it is working to ramp up the state's electricity capacity from 70 megawatts currently supplied by the national grid to 700 megawatts through private sector investments. This was made known during a stakeholders' engagement and consultation organized by the Enugu State Electricity Regulatory Commission, EERC, to review its draft regulatory instruments in the state's capital. Access to reliable and sustainable electricity infrastructure and services provides citizens the choice to control and manage their electricity consumption as well as boost the nation's economy. It is against this backdrop that the state government took advantage of the Electricity Act 2023 and initiated the process to revamp electricity service delivery in the state. This led to the establishment of the regulatory agency, the Enugu State Electricity Regulatory Commission, EERC. This gathering is to provide the draft regulation that will guide the development of the electricity markets. Governor Peter Mba noted that this is part of ways of achieving his administration's lofty vision of creating an enabling environment for living, business development, job creation, and economic growth.
To support the Commission in achieving the desired market arrangements initiated through the regulatory provision, we urge all invited stakeholders to ensure that the presentation today receives the level of attention and commitment needed to guarantee that we will adhere to the regulatory provisions.
Chairman EERC said the Commission is charged with the responsibility of regulating electricity supply and developing a robust electricity market, ensuring unhindered access in the states.
The tariff methodology, the licensing regulation, the customer service and protection regulation, and the captive power regulation. These draft regulations will guide anybody on how to progress in developing his project in Enugu State.
Stakeholders at the gathering were advised to take advantage of the opportunity to establish their electricity businesses in Enugu State, as well as provide efficient and reliable services to consumers. We have come to the end of this week's edition of the program. Let's do it again next week, God willing. Till then, enjoy the rest of the week.
Tomorrow is here. Tomorrow is here. Diama, esimepe adiwa. Makana miri ababako. Industrial revolution. Abata konde nukunu. Okwa digital economy. Yeah. Agricultural revolution. Oh. Yeah. Esinchekwa paper.
NTA TV College with pedigree of trade.